Bum, 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 bum. This might be the best intro to the War Room yet, as it's just me. It's just me as we wait on our fellow broadcasters and our special guests to come. So yeah, we will eventually maybe see someone, maybe not. I'm not sure at this point. But it's just me. It's nice and peaceful. It's quiet. There's no messing around. Oh, look, we have people showing up now. Let's see. Let's introduce one of my famous co-hosts. Been riding my coattails for months now. Let's say hi to Tony.
Hey guys.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself, Chester?
Hanging in there. Been sitting here for 20 minutes waiting on you guys.
Well, if you would have sent the right link.
Oh, sure. You're blaming me. I see how it is. All right. Well, at least I got the good intro, nice and quiet, peaceful, nobody babbling in the background. And we do have a special guest today. Everyone, welcome the Blue Tweezers. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. You finally got the right link this time. That's good.
Yes. It's not like I've been prone to doing that myself. Don't worry.
Well, we're just waiting for one other Yahoo to show up. He's always
late.
Well, no, it just takes a little while for it to get over there and for him to get the link and everything.
Blue Tweezers isn't that far away from him. I don't wonder why he's getting it faster.
Oh, it's interesting. Where are you at, Blue Tweezers?
I'm in southern England, Hampshire.
So Ruff has been lying to us then for months.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It takes like 20 minutes for him to get the link for some reason.
Okay. I have nothing to say about that.
Oh, you're in for a treat today. I'm ready to go today. Let's see who's here in the chat. Chris. See what's going on with him. Jay is here. How you doing, Jay? Richard's here.
Good. Richard's here.
Nice. Good to see. Blue Tweezers, we got interrupted on Tony's failed live stream the other day. Just thought I would say again, love the Monty Python reference in your recent playthrough of the mission.
Thanks very much. Yes. Yeah. The little story behind that is that, of course, I'm doing a playthrough of the mission, subtitled "Early Christianity from the Crucifixion to the Crusades." Slightly cumbersome, and so it's a kind of Christianity game, religious game, and so I'm not much of a religious person myself, and I thought up the phrase when I was a teenager that religion is. Hopefully, I'm not going to upset anybody here, but my phrase was religion is subjective, but Monty Python is objective.
I see. What's interesting is I'm a big Python fan. I found it when I was a teenager and just loved it. And I get a lot of the British wit and humor out of it. A lot of people think it's dry. I enjoy it quite immensely.
Oh, the OG's here. How you doing, OG?
I thought OG was doing Nations at War live playthrough today. Well, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow. Yes, we'll watch that. Hi, OG. Hi, everyone. Hi, Blue Tweezers.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late. The computer at the last minute just decided to go and had to reboot. So,
okay.
So apologies for that.
No problem. It's all right. It's all good. It was a weird start anyways because some idiot sent out the wrong link to everyone and sitting here for 20 minutes like, is no one going to show? I guess they're all mad at me, so I'm just going to have the show myself.
Who on earth could have that been to send the wrong link?
Well, we appreciate the Blue
way,
Tweezers coming on to talk with us today. So looking forward to getting a lot of good information from him. I've been watching this channel for a long, long time. Why don't you talk a little bit about your channel, what you do, how you do things, kind of introduce yourself to people that maybe don't know about your channel?
Right. Yes. What people don't know about my channel, I'm disappointed. Yeah, my name's Alan, actually, not Blue. So yes, I've been a wargamer for since I was in single digits, shall we say? And pretty much. And yeah, I've got a channel, the Blue Tweezers, a little bit of branding, as you can see, and I started it, what was it, a couple of years ago now, I think. And just as I kind of discovered that actually there were other wargamers out there who actually did videos. And I thought, wow, okay, that's cool. And then I thought, well, I had a kind of idea. I think I suffer from what probably most of you suffer from as wargamers, is that there's this dreaded pause during when you're playing a war game where you set it up, you start a few moves, you've gone off to do something else in the real world, and you kind of come back to it, and then you look at it, and then you glance at your shelf, and then you look at it, and you glance at your shelf, and you kind of go, you know, I really fancy playing that. And you pack it all away, and the cycle begins again. Now, and it does sound a little bit facetious, but the idea of the channel was that if I was recording moves, turns, and putting it out there, then that kind of stops that, because I wouldn't be happy if I was saying, okay, here's a new game, play through, turn one, here's a new game, turn one, again. So it kind of keeps me honest a bit. Not entirely. I haven't completed a couple of the playthroughs. And some of them I've completed but haven't released, because I'm not really particularly happy with them. But yes, that was. It does sound a bit strange, but that was kind of my primary goal, was to keep myself honest.
Well, that really sucks that you bring this up, because my whole channel is built upon starting a game, doing a couple turns, and then putting that game away. So you telling everyone this ruins everything for me.
Well, there's a channel where you can get the full playthrough here. Just follow me. Follow the Tweezers. Sorry if I'm stealing thunder then.
That's actually the reason why I kind of started videoing. It was kind of an accountability piece. I figured I'd get more done. And very few games have I ever just said, nope, I'm done, when I've started recording it. I've actually played it through. But yeah, I was kind of the same reason why I started recording, is just I don't know if I would look for another game, but I would just be like, yeah, I can go do something else. So
yes, yeah, it's just endemic, I think. It's an endemic.
Mike in the chat said your Fields of Fire playthroughs, both 1 and 2, I love. That was the first game I bought when I got back into gaming.
Yeah,
and you helped tremendously.
Well, hopefully I didn't get it wrong, because one thing I do a lot of
gets things wrong. Everybody gets things wrong, so don't worry about that. Crikey, look, yeah.
Yes, I think the 2 playthroughs, the first one I actually got the placement of the Japanese wrong, completely wrong. Got them on the wrong row, and so I had to start again. So actually, I think it's really 1 playthrough, but the first, it's kind of 1.5, if you like. I had to restart because it was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I got it wrong, but yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Fields of Fire, yeah, I think it's great. Probably the best solo game I know, but it's a lot of work. It's not for everybody, certainly. And I think with certainly at the start, what I was looking at is trying to do playthroughs on a slightly more obscure games. So I wasn't going to do like an ASL thing, or too much of the series type games. Though I've done a little bit of that now. But originally it was like these kind of standalones. I started off with At Any Cost Met's 1870, which,
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
1870 is an obscure subject in its own right. And that's the first game I had on it. And it kind of coincided with this feeling that I had to kind of stick with it on these games, and thought, well, okay, probably nobody was really interested in this game, but a few people might be, and they might want to buy it on the back of what it was. I think probably from the designer, it was a Herman Luttman game. I think he was all the rage at the time. I didn't realize, I didn't even know the guy. I hadn't heard of the guy. So, but yeah, I moved on to. I tried to move through these slightly obscure, but not quite the sort of celebrated games. And I've done a little bit of that more with some live streams now. So I do some live stream playthroughs with two guys, Jordan and Pat, from over the pond in America. And yeah, we've been through a few of those. And again, they've been a little obscure again, but good games. And that's allowed me to do a little bit of actually face-to-face. But I only started the live streams really when the COVID thing started, because I was put on, by my work, I was put on 50% pay, 50% time. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do 50% of the time? And I'm stuck in a house. So actually, I saw these live streams, particularly Ardwolf's live stream, and he was doing a lot of live streams with Pat. And so I approached him and said, do you want to do some stuff with me? He said, yeah, brilliant. So we it just built up that way. It's a little bit of a poison chalice, because now for the past sort of 6 months I've been back at work full, and so trying to fit in the recordings is steams are starting to coming out of my ears, and yeah, it's tough to keep it going too regularly now. It's a bit patchy on the thing. I was meant to do one this evening, but I've had a huge amount of work to do this week, and I called it off with Pat and said, look, I'm probably not going to have the brain power, because I'm doing his game, pre-order game from Legion Wargames, Hot Dry Season of Vietnam, Operation Attleboro, and I'm the Viet Cong, and I'm under a whole load of what they call concealment markers. So it's just a load of red counters with numbers on the board, and you have to translate that into your off-board display of what's where.
Just wait for
it takes it out of you. just takes it out of you. So, but anyway, well, thanks for the invite for coming here. And I thought, well, actually, that might give me a little bit of a stress reliever.
Well, good. We're really glad you're here, but not to interrupt you or anything, but I kind of want to do a couple of announcements that we're gonna have upcoming shows, and I kind of want to do kind of refresh a couple times, because we have people coming in and out. So we have a couple live streams coming up here. We actually have a live stream tomorrow with our good friend Mike Butticelli. We're going to play our second episode or turn or whatever you want to call it of Tank Duel tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Tony. Again,
Mike,
Ruff and Mike. And should be a good time. So tomorrow at 1:00 Sunday, 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for you guys that are not in the Eastern Zone. And then the second, oops, that's not what I meant to do at all.
Oh, I preferred that.
Second announcement coming is, if you guys were here last week, we were going to be playing The Last 100 Yards on Wednesday. Last Wednesday, we were going to get with Mike Denson, the designer of The Last 100 Yards. But unfortunately, because of the terrible weather in Texas and people losing power and issues and problems, we had to reschedule. So we're actually going to reschedule it for this Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come learn and play The Last 100 Yards with the designer Mike Denson. So I wanted to get these two out there for everyone that's going to be around this week and looking for some stuff to do. So You guys looking forward to tomorrow?
I am definitely looking forward to getting some more of that game played for sure.
I can hear somebody's got a speaker on, and I can hear sort of delayed, mumbly, jumbly stuff. Has somebody got something on? Somebody like it's like aliens.
I don't.
Through two pages, and they haven't turned the other one off. That was all.
I don't think there's anything from my end. I've got my laptop on one of those fan trays, so I've just turned that off.
Stop now. So no, it's still there.
Oh,
Somebody's got something rolling in the background. Speaking of Mike Butticelli, looks like he's got some info he wants to share with us.
What about Mike?
Look at that.
Carr, the solitaire bot man.
He's working with Ben Hall, and there's an announcement. Why don't you just go ahead and give us the announcement so we can be...
Let's get it out of the way.
I know what you're waiting for, Mike.
exclusive.
You got all the important people in the world right here listening. Now is the time to announce it. So
and me.
Let's get with the program.
Chris, 6 p.m. I think. Is it 1 p.m. you guys?
1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
6 p.m. Chris.
6 p.m. European time, I guess.
No, GMT. Get it right, please.
Yeah. Don't forget, because Ruff has already said that he has painted his tank bright yellow. Me and Tony get a +10 to our attacks. I think that's the new the new rule in there. Yeah, I might have to jump again, he says. No, he can't do that. Oh, come on. Come on, Mike.
Don't push him. Well, that'd be very exciting. But shame about your live stream. It was late for me, but I was in the gym jams with my cup of Horlicks, and it didn't happen. So,
well, we're hoping to get it this week. I know Texas is still recovering. They're supposed to have a pretty good weekend, so hopefully by Wednesday, everything should be okay, and hopefully everyone made it through okay. And we're looking forward to talking with Mike about that.
Yeah,
so,
good.
You ever try last 100 yards, Blue Tweezers?
No. I've been rather deficient on the sort of tactical side. So I mean, I started sort of proper wargaming with squad leader. In fact, when I was a teenager, I was locked up in a boarding school, and which I absolutely hated. And two things that kept me sane: one was squad leader, and the other thing was Genesis music. So I was a big squad leader person, and jumped into ASL when it first came out. That kind of burnt me out. So other than a couple of TCS titles I've had Black Wednesday and the new Arietti I had a look at. I'm really not a big tactical person.
I was going to ask you, what do you think of TCS, Tactical Combat System? Because I've got one. I've got Liros, and I just wonder.
Oh, yeah.
You have the old planning, don't you? You don't.
That's right. You had the problem I have with it, it's not very soloable.
Yeah.
That's my problem, and probably 99% of my stuff is solo. And in fact, the slightly other justification for my channel was that, and I've just broken it by doing the mission, was how do these 2-player games solo, do they do it well or not, and be able to judge for yourself, kind of thing. Well, so TCS doesn't. So I've only played it a couple of times when I've actually had an opponent, and it was a long time ago. The biggest go I had with it was actually with Omaha, the Bloody Beach. Actually, I forgot I have Omaha, the original Omaha, the Bloody Beach, which if you like it was almost a solo game, because on the German side, there's not very much to do other than to just roll dice and try and shoot incoming US infantry and tanks. So, but yeah, I like it, and I like the concept. I wish I would be able to play more of it, but it's not very soloable, and that's the hold on me. That's why I haven't invested into it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see how I get on with it solo-wise. But interesting, you talk about squad leader. That was my very first thing, because my father bought squad leader. He said, "Here, have a look at this. This is a bit complex. Do you fancy having a go? And as I was that age, I was into more D&D and fantasy stuff, and I gave it a go. And he bought all the expansions. He had all the expansions. And I gave it a go, and I thought, crikey, this is complex. But yeah, that was Squad Leader. My dad bringing that in the house, and it's complex. Come on, I need somebody to play with me.
Yeah, I kind of started slightly earlier. So I probably the first one I had was Escape from Colditz when I was about.
Oh, we talked about that last the other week. Yeah.
And then I was when I was young, my family travelled around a hell of a lot of way around the world, and I was actually in Doha in Qatar at the time, which wasn't the massive metropolis Al Jazeera kind of nerve centre of the Middle East that it is now. It was an obscure, out of the way place, shall we say. It had one toy shop called Toyland. And in the city, it was all roundabouts. The city had built around roundabouts in the grid pattern, and so every roundabout had a name, and there was a Toyland roundabout because the Toyland shop. It was quite big. It was 2 stories, and I used to get things from there because hey, you couldn't get them anywhere else. And they one day I was browsing through what they got, and they actually had a copy of Kingmaker, the original Gibsons. And I thought, ooh, because I quite liked history, so I got that and played it to death. Everybody I knew wasn't interested. All the boys were like, oh no, what the hell, don't want to do this. So I ended up going, well, I'll play it with myself, and kind of went from there. So it was slightly earlier than Squad Leader, but yeah, Squad Leader. It was I saw it again moving around the globe. I happened to be in Canada when I was kind of 11, I think it was. And just happened to see a copy of that in one of the department stores, Eaton's, I think it was. And Dad, wow, look at that! And went with that, and it just stuck with me. It's completely destroyed now. I do have the copy, but it's just counters and boards now, and the bits of paper. The box disintegrated because it had to travel with me and everything. So it's in bits really, but still got it. But I think that kind of ruined the tactical kind of arena. So why would I bother? I did have Combat Commander. I have got Combat. I've got some of the expansions, but I've never really taken to it. I should do, but I think I ruined it myself a long time ago.
We've got a question about Genesis in the chat from Chris, and I've got mine about Genesis. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it started
with Kingdom Wuthering, I think, for me.
I started with Duke, so it was definitely Phil Collins era, but I went backwards, if you like. So everybody else around me was buying the latest Duran Duran singles and stuff, and I was going back to 1971 and 72 and buying those albums, those early albums, going, oh, that's cool, as well, and went from there. But I actually started in the Phil and kept it going. I'm not one of these Phil or Phil Collins or Peter Gabriel kind of people. Both's fine with me. I think I like the music all over the place, and
I didn't like the Phil Collins afterwards, the sort of modern stuff. Wind and Wuthering, classic Genesis. Yeah. That was it. Foxtrot. Anyway.
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
Different channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Tony, what's you been doing this week? I know you've been busy with some stuff.
Yeah, I did Blitzkrieg Monday or Tuesday because we had a snow day, so that kept getting interrupted. I had to keep pausing and then redoing it because my kids were home and screaming. So it wasn't the kids; it was the dog. So I'm trying to go through it. It's supposed to be 20 minutes. My video is an hour long. I do ramble a little bit.
I wonder why.
I do ramble a bit. But
a little bit.
I did really enjoy it. I thought it was fun. It had a great solo system to it. That was my second game. My first one I lost miserably, and this one, of course, I won just barely. So it was really fun. I liked it. It's a nice filler game. It'd be fun to it would be fun to play it, you know, head to head because you don't know what you don't know what your chits are, what the other person's chits are. So it'd be kind of fun. But once you started getting through the solo process, you almost didn't even need the sheet anymore. Kind of the flow chart of what it was. It was simple and simplistic in that. And I tried to do a live stream yesterday with that, but apparently my computer can't handle Tabletop Simulator, OBS, and running a live stream all at the same time. Because I did a live stream this morning with a box opening. Well, actually, 3 box openings.
Yeah, 7 o'clock for you, wasn't it? You had tons of people turn up. You had the crew turn up.
Other than Hex and I think John Longshore, everybody else was across the pond. I hit like lunchtime. It was like perfect.
Yeah.
I had like 10, 11 people in. So
Tony's on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had got a Men of Iron, which I blame Ruff for that one. So there's a couple that I could actually do a live stream with. There are a lot of half map battles there. So so I can do that. So yeah, it was pretty busy with that, and I got to get back to Charlemagne. Charlemagne's kind of sitting on the table going, "Hey, play me." So
when I was at work the other day, doing my work, and all of a sudden I had this little voice in my head. It said, "ID Jester, they need you. ID Jester, they need you." And I'm like,
I said it 3 times.
Click on, and sure enough, Ruff was on doing his live stream. And I'm like, oh, I better go help him out. How'd that go, Ruff?
I tell you what, that was great fun. I took everybody's advice on board. I had half a pint of gin in me and some Valium, and it calmed me down. And Tony was great. You were great. And everybody said it went successfully. It was great fun. What do you think? Was it okay?
Well, see, since I was at work, I was kind of in and out. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen or watch.
Nobody shouted at me except Tony right at the beginning when he in capital letters shouting, "Ruff, Ruff," and I'm going, "Oh, what have I done?" And I said, "What's the matter, Tony?" He said, "Just checking, just testing."
Yeah, he hadn't even started yet. He hadn't rolled a single dice yet, and I was already yelling at him.
It was great fun.
I didn't even yell at him. I just showed up and was like, "Hey, I'm here if you need me."
Yeah, but no, it was good. I was relaxed. I was waiting for comments and all that sort of thing. So I've got the bug now, and people have said, "Look, what do you want me to do?" And I think Chris was saying, "Yeah, maybe do Men of Iron." So if you're going to do one, I would be. But apart from that, I did a box opening of Gold Strike. What a game!
Hang on. What did you end up with on the live stream? Everything. You were successful, I'm assuming. I didn't get to watch the end, so
I didn't. I don't think nobody moaned, so I think I got away with it, and it was a good one. So we're back.
How much? What are you sitting at now? What's your total?
Oh, cracky!
I think he got around 40 grand this last one.
Yeah, 40,000 that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get my capital ship, but we're on about 100. What we got? About 150,000 ton.
Wow, you got 150,000?
I think so, yeah.
And what did you end up with, Tony?
Not that much. I was in the hundreds. I was like 112, I think. I have the sheet, but it's not around me. It's more. He's got more than I do. I'm almost 100% positive.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done the cumulative, the total, but yeah. But that was great. So I've got the bug now. Now I've got the setup, and I've got the Streamlabs OBS and the flash bits and pieces that I can do and all that sort of thing. So that was good. Gold Strike box opening, that's like 1,500 odd counters.
Crikey, that thing was 26 minutes long.
God, it's huge.
Must be on your end, Blue Tweezers. Must be. Yeah. Because when I mute your mic, it goes off.
Oh, what, the noise in the background?
Yeah.
I think it's the fans.
I'm not putting you in timeout like a couple of our guests. But
I was wondering if it's the TV from downstairs is leaking through.
No, I think it's us talking. So
yeah, it's
turn down your speaker just a little bit.
Do you have like a
maybe my mic's picking up? Yeah, no, fair enough.
That's all right.
pretty useless
Yeah,
on
like
there.
it's-
But crank you up, that thing was 26 minutes long. I almost didn't watch it because it was so freaking long.
It's just never ending. Oh, here's another booklet. Here's another booklet. Oh, here's 5 maps. Here's 1,000 counters. It looks wonderful, but we'll see. But
I
today,
might switch to my headphones.
yesterday, I can. No, yeah. That's why I redid it, Jay, because they were moaning, so I redid it. So I got away with that. But I conceded to my son with the Men of Iron because he was just slaughtering me, and he was going, oh, yeah, what should we do next? So yesterday, I said, what do you want to do? And he looked at the Hunters. So he got the Hunters out, and he sat there and played. And I was sitting with him, and he was rolling the dice. He was loving it. Unfortunately, he did 2 patrols and got bless him. He got detected and threw a 13. He said,
yeah.
Oh,
I said, oh. He said, he's looking at it. He goes, oh. I said, yeah. It can be as short as that, I said.
that game can end on, like, you're not expecting it to end. I remember my last live stream was 12 minutes long.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes of it was me bitching about rolling a 13.
But it's great. But it's great because, again, he's thinking. These games are great for kids. He's thinking, and I say, look, you've got a choice of these. What are you going to fire it all at one? You're going to split. You're going, ooh. So a different thing to Men of Iron. If he can cope with Men of Iron, and that's nice and easy. I think SPQR or something a little bit meatier might be in order. A little bit lock and load tactical. We don't know yet. But he seems keen, and I'm well pleased. But I was peed off yesterday, and today's been a waste because, Lock and Load kindly sent me some bits and pieces. They sent me Bougainville, and they sent me the new counters, the new admin counters, and the charts for the 5.1 Lock and Load Tactical. So I thought, I'll just get those out of the way, do some unbaggings. So I did the counters and the charts, which are great, thank you very much. And I thought, I'll do Bougainville. So I did the opening bit where I go, blah, 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 blah. Let's open the bag. So I paused the video, opened the bag, took out the counter sheet. There's one missing. And I thought, that's unusual. So I looked in the bag, looked everywhere, looked on the floor. I've had the floorboards up, and I can't find this counter anywhere. So I don't know if it was sent like that. That seems hard to believe, but it's gone. So I'm going to have to go cap in hand to Devin and say, I need a counter. Otherwise, I was going to do the unboxing of that. So, and ask everybody their opinion, because there's some hidden fog of war stuff in it with the Japanese, and ask everybody's opinion. How would you get around that as a solo player? I mean, I've got a couple of ideas, but yeah. So I spent most of the day looking for this bloody counter, which is nowhere to be seen.
Can't find it. Disappeared.
I've had all the furniture pushed back. I've had the torches under the thing. I've had the floorboards up.
Oh, wait. I got to translate for Jester. A torch is a flashlight.
Yeah, I figured it out, Tony.
Not a lit thing.
Yeah,
I
I know.
But
What does the counter look like? What does the counter look like? I'll have a look here.
It could be anywhere. I don't know.
I'll have a look. What's it look like? What does it look like? Tell me.
It looks square. And it's got a
Really?
space with numbers on it. But the thing
Square
is,
with numbers.
I can't print one.
I don't think I've got anything like that in this room. No square things with numbers on it.
Weird.
Fresh
Weird.
out, I'm afraid.
Tweezers.
Oh,
Your
yes.
trademark. How many blue tweezers do you have stockpiled in case one breaks?
Well,
Are you something to do with the medical profession?
absolutely not. Yeah, no, it was. It's a funny thing. It was my ex-mother-in-law, who was a nurse.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
happened to bring one of these home and thought, oh, I know you like tweezers, and I had some metal ones and stuff. She goes, oh, have some of those. I went, oh, thanks very much. Threw them in, and then I just, when I started the channel, I thought, I've done a little bit of acting and stuff myself. So I thought, if I'm going to do it properly, I need to do it properly, settle on things like branding and stuff like that. And I just happened to look at that and go, yeah, that's quite unique. It's wargaming because it's tweezers, and people don't use these for wargaming. There were these wonderful sort of metal, titanium kind of brass things with big and small and little extra bits. And blue plastic. Go with that.
But it's a great brand. It's a great thing.
Now that leads into the other question. I know you do the little intro or the the fades in and out. Have you run out of ideas yet?
No, I've still got a couple. I've still haven't released yet. So my idea, I mean, we watch each other's channels and the other channels they go on. They're all great and stuff. But again, it's probably endemic is that you'll watch it watch a one that you're quite interested in for like 3 minutes, and then you get distracted or actually what's going on, and then we got a parcel here.
Alan's talking, Jester. Just shut up a minute. Put that down.
And so you kind of switch channels. You kind of channel hop, if you like, for between videos and things like that. And I thought, to be honest, this stuff is quite dry. We're sitting there. I'm sitting there. I've got a camera on a board, counters. Hardly anything moves. Me droning on. Why would anybody really want to watch this? And I thought, well, to try to jazz it up, can we do something else? So these intros, these bumpers, I like to call them, just in the start or in between sections or at the start of the videos, just kind of just lighten the whole thing up and make it not quite so dry. There's what I've actually I was going to announce this, but I'll announce this here. So these tweezers, so these which are about 20 for £5. If you can get me ideas on what to do for my bumpers, if they're good enough, then when I can get your address, I can send you an exclusive blue tweezer.
Signed.
Yeah. So they're plastic. It's difficult to sign.
No, signed. You can use a Sharpie or something. On
the okay. Yeah, fine. I was thinking of getting like little tweezer stickers and sticking on the tweezers, and that would be really ridiculous. But yes, and so but I'd have to break into the pack, and they're sterile. I mean, guys, you want your sterile tweezers. You don't want
in this day and age. You can't be too careful.
Exactly. Yes. COVID safe. Absolutely COVID safe. So, that was So something. So yes. Send me your ideas about what I can do with the tweezers on the bumpers to again lighten the videos a bit. I think it works.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so Chris has got a good question here from my live stream earlier today.
Yeah, nobody got that apart from Chris and you.
I think Chris and Tony are like different because they talk their own language. I don't understand it. When Tony wasn't here last week, Chris was like, okay, I'm leaving. So I don't know what's going on, but they got some kind of connection or something.
See, my goal is now I know a bunch of you guys over across the pond. So my goal is eventually, once the kids get out, is to take, since I have holiday in the summer for 3 months, is to take a 2-week vacation over there and hit all you guys and play, do some YouTube videos with everybody over there and stuff. I really would I think that'd be fun to do. Have, a couple of us YouTubers get together, do some face-to-face and live stream it. And I think that'd kind of be fun. So once things kind of settle down and everything like that.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I want to get over there to some, like the
WBC.
WBC maybe, but save up your pennies.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a bucket list thing for me to get over to one of the American conventions. Well, I'm not much of a convention person.
I'll clear my schedule. That's July, so that's like perfect. That's late July, so WBC is.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're getting off this island for the next year. I think.
Yeah, maybe not this year.
Yeah.
I am serious.
We're 3 masks now.
Yeah.
3 masks.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got to be 150 foot away from everybody.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
The government was sending out, you know, like the blind people have their sticks and they fold up. You know, they've got one 150 foot. You go, and then you sort of walk around like that. Keep away, get out of it.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Yeah.
So yeah, you have to poke them because they can't see with these 3 masks on. They can't breathe either. But
you need the shield as well. You need to look like a welder.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you have to look like a welder.
Yeah.
So,
Mandalorian.
so you're not a big tactical guy.
Yes.
What is your sweet spot? If you're, is it operational, strategic level? What kind of games do you favor?
So that's varied over time. So I've not been consistent on that. Early on, it was probably World War II, just through the games I got. Probably next got quite into Napoleonics in my sort of late 20s. And so there was a kind of gap, late teens, early 20s, where I didn't do any of it. But when I got back into it, I was more into the Napoleonics, the La Bataille kind of stuff, OSG, the Napoleon at Bay kind of stuff. Another thing that's just doesn't work solo, but I try. And then probably back to World War II again. Not particularly on any particular front. More recently, if I had a favourite, it's more being sort of World War One. But I'm fickle. Sorry. I just switch around and go, oh, that's really interesting. The one I've never been big on has been medieval. Although I do have the Men of Iron, but I still steer clear of all the early incarnations, the individual game stuff. And I thought, well, the Men of Iron thing was wow, that's value. I'll get that because there's lots of game in there. Quite a lot of American. There was some of the World War One, American Civil War as well. But medieval's never really. I kind of had the idea that most of the games were you kind of lined them up and they just beat the hell out of each other, and whoever was standing at the end kind of won. And I thought, well, yeah, is that going to really hold my attention? Even with Men of Iron, the bit that I've done, there's a certain. I mean, it's a serious subject, but a slightly comic element of just bashing each counter bashing the other counter and the other counter bashing back, and who gets demoralized and then runs away and rallies kind of thing.
You've got some flanky stuff going on and running away and all that sort of. It's okay. I do enjoy it.
Sure. Favorite World War One game? For people out there that like the subject matter, but just not sure which game to pick up, what would you recommend for people?
I would probably go for the 1914 series from GMT. So Twilight in the East, Offensive Outrance. I'm a big complicated game person.
Okay.
The complexity doesn't worry me. There's only one game that's kind of defeated me so far, and I'm determined to get there. And it's not. I don't think it's that complicated the game, but it's Pericles. I can't get my head around that.
Oh, right.
But complex games I prefer. So yeah, I'd say probably the 1914 stuff. And it is, but that is very butt heads kind of thing. But it's World War One. You're supposed to. But it is.
What about?
It's quite nice.
I don't mean to keep asking questions, but
please do.
Paths of Glory. What's your? It's one of my all-time favorite games.
He likes that.
Yeah.
Not a point to point kind of guy. You like more of the hex encounter type stuff.
I do. I've kind of gone off CDGs. I kind of the mechanic kind of spoils the feel of the game now, because it's all the cards with the number in the corner, event card kind of thing. Paths of Glory is probably the one I played the most, but I haven't touched it for quite a while, and I haven't really touched much CDGs for a while really. Maybe a bit of computerized Twilight Struggle, That's about it. So no, a great game. I liked it at the time. Haven't played it for a while, and again, I've kind of fickle. CDGs, yeah, done that. Probably more into the sort of coin if I'm looking at, or the sort of Churchill Pericles kind of offshoots, maybe Labyrinth and stuff. Those slightly obscure, more obscure than the CDGs. So yeah, it kind of doesn't float my boat anymore, and that's not because of the game. It's just the system. I think is had enough of it really.
But doesn't that happen to everyone? Yeah, we all get fads and we go through things. American Civil War isn't my thing, but who's to say in 6 months' time I'm going to be bonkers on it? Same with World War One, Napoleon. Who's to know? We move on, don't we? We change, and that's a good thing.
Usually.
Well, okay, all right. I was trying to be upbeat.
Can be good. Can be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more expensive.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Every time you get into a new genre, like Tony got me into coin games, and there's like 15 in the series. They're like $70, $80 a pop. It can start getting real expensive. So thanks, Tony.
Yeah. But I've done my fair share with him as well. He spent a few bob because of me. So, there we go. Get it right.
Some people have admitted to me that they bought something off the back of what I said, and all I reply is plausible deniability.
Yeah, it's up to you. We are all, sentient beings.
Not our fault, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, Ruff. I'm blaming Ruff for two. So anytime I do a box opening, I'm blaming or giving credit to. I'm going to change it. I'm giving credit to the person that influenced me. And so far, Ruff is up to 2. I will say Jester before. I would say Jester has probably influenced me on the Panzer Grenadier more than anything for that one. But that was before I started doing that. But yeah, no, it's nice to see. And I'll tell you what, I had Tweezers. I had Skies Above the Reich. You had your playthrough,
isn't it?
I already bought it, but I hadn't got it out yet. And I was looking for playthroughs, and your playthrough was phenomenal. I learned it through your playthrough. But then as I was going through, I'm like, oh my God, you actually don't need somebody, like the rules will take you through it as you go through. And it's pretty simple. And so I really enjoyed that. So that's definitely on my list of video because it actually videos quite well. It goes pretty quickly. You can stop, between missions and stuff. But I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to give you props on that one because you did a pretty good job. You did a really good job with that. And
that's the reason I pre-ordered it on P500 because I couldn't get it anywhere after seeing Tweezers do it, and I pre-ordered that and the other one, Storm Above the Reich.
Storm Above the Reich, yeah. Interesting story about Skies Above the Reich. So I started to get like a few subscribers just before that, and I thought, oh hello, this is interesting. People are actually listening to me. Mad people. Yes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that. Go away. So I thought, oh, actually, how do I work? And I said, well, there's new games coming out from GMT, and I thought, actually, I had a few on a P500 list, and I had Skies Above the Reich, and I had Gallipoli. So I knew they were coming together. They were released together, and they were coming. And then I was waiting for them to arrive, and then Gallipoli arrived. And I thought, okay, great. Wasn't looking to do that one. I was looking to do the Skies Above the Reich, and I sort of hung on for a few weeks. And then I thought, what the hell? Where the hell is this thing? So I sort of contacted GMT, and they went, "Oh, sorry, we missed you off the list. We'll send you the game." And of course, it's not like it's going to arrive tomorrow. So I thought, by that time I'd gone, well, I need something. So I said, okay, I'll do Gallipoli. And Gallipoli is not a short game. Gallipoli 1915 shows us great a gamble. It's not a short game. And I foolishly decided to do one of the campaign games. And it's on my channel. You can watch it. I watched it. You did? Okay. Yeah, well done. Well done.
You're the reason I got into the 44, the 4X ones, the Normandy and all that, and
sure. But the issue was that I was playing this game, and of course, Skies Above the Reich appeared, and I went, well, I can't just dump this game. This is one that I really wanted to do, so I had to sort of sit it on the side for quite a while I got through and finished the Gallipoli one. And they go, oh, right, I can get to it now and put it on. So I was probably pretty enthusiastic about that game when I put it on, because I'd actually been, for probably at least a couple of months, had it sort of sitting, staring at me and going, well, actually, I really want to get to that. But I was trying to be this sort of faithful, I'm going to get to the end of the game thing. Yeah. And then finally got to it. So, yes, maybe the enthusiasm came through.
You filmed that outside as well, didn't you? Skies Above the Right.
One of the in my garden. Yes, I thought, well, it's a nice day. Let's put it out there. Yeah, put it out there and stuff in the garden. Yeah, I'm not completely happy with the quality of it. Of course, the sound and stuff was all right, but it wasn't brilliant. But it's that was just it was a nice day. So why not try it out there? Yeah.
So you've cost me money. You're going to cost me money with Holland, because I want to get that now. Holland 44, and and even the first video you did, the Home and London one.
Yeah. And everybody, repeat after me: plausible deniability.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's your problem.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't say this is a great game. If I do, I say this is a great game in my opinion. And I do these videos, like I suspect most of us do, to give people an overview of the game, and they can make a reasonable judgment whether or not it's for them. But as you say, any complaints, please send them there.
Yeah. It's all my fault. Yeah. Yeah.
I know getting that angle one is like.
Yeah, it is hard. My question for you: we like to ask our guests, because we like to have lots of different opinions on things, and different different thoughts. What is your in the last, say, 5 or 6 years, your favorite game that you play that you think doesn't get enough credit, doesn't get enough love? A game that you played that nobody talks about, that you go, hey, I played this within, let's say, the last 5 or 6 years, and it is great. I loved it, and you guys should check it out. Do you have a game like that you would highly recommend for somebody out there?
Sure, yeah. 5 or 6 years as well. I have a few games which are much older than that, and let's be honest, I've left them on the shelf, even though I really, really like them, because new shiny thing. Let's play with this instead, kind of idea. For the 5 or 6 years, gosh, that's I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, if you think of something that you might want to, let people know.
I might have to go and stare at my shelf for a minute or so. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Turn my back on the screen. No. Yeah. I'll take a quick look. All right. Don't tell anybody.
Any
so many.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, see? All it takes is just looking, and then it all floods back in. Yep.
Wing Leader.
It's his favorite game.
Really? I didn't know that. Honest, I didn't know that. I'm not being a sycophant. Honest, I'm not being a sycophant.
No, it's not.
It's not. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Right.
over to you. See, there are people that love this game. You're one of them. Heathwell loves it as well. But
see, I don't think Jester doesn't not like it. He was upset because of the quality. That was what Jester hit.
Yeah, I don't think it's gameplay, the actual game. It's the way it was produced, I think.
When I was younger, you used to get these. I suppose you still do. You used to get these big hardback books about like the aircraft of World War II and stuff like that. And you used to, on the pages, you get those wonderfully sort of side shot of the aeroplane with all the camouflage and the markings and all the different ones and all this kind of stuff. And and as a kid, you're like, wow, Wing Leader. It's the same. It's just little versions of that. Just take you can get the same effect out of just a magnifying glass and wing leader counters. Really, really be nice. I mean, on the quality side,
Okay. Well, that is great. That is great to hear. Any other ones you want to?
Yes. Yeah, it's a bit like the old joke where the guy is near a cliff and he slips over and he's holding on and he says, please God, can somebody come and save me, and God says, don't worry, I'm here, have faith, let go. And the guy goes, so is there anybody else there? So, right, wing leader, yeah, get out of the way. Right, what else is there? Oh, hang on, let's have a look.
If we could ask Jester to do it in 2 minutes, then because Mike's asked what's wrong.
I guess I'm just going to have to start my review show up. So then,
Mike, he's done a whole video on it. If you look through Jester's videos, he's done a whole video on it. Why? It's not
why what? Sorry.
He's done a whole video on why wing leader, the problems with it, not the game, not the doodah, but watch the video.
The other one, I suppose, and it makes me sound like a real air guy, which I kind of a little bit are, is the sort of Downtown series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So are you interested in the modern version of the Downtown series, the Red Storm?
It's there. I've sort of played it, and I have played it, and I've done a couple of bits on Twitter and stuff. A couple of looking. It looks really complicated and stuff like that. And you go, ooh, look, guys, what do you think of this? And actually, what I will do, and I saw that Jordan McMullen, who's one of my live stream opponents, is here tonight. So again, exclusive for ID Jester because he's such a guy. So from Tuesday, we will be doing a live stream playthrough of Elusive Victory, which is the Arab Israeli Downtown series game.
Right, so is that going to be on your channel?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking from a solo point of view. It's not very soloable though, is it? Downtown and the other one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, there's an issue with the dummies. But I mean, there is kind of a thing in the rules that says actually, you've got a couple of paragraphs going right. Drop this, drop that, play solo. Absolutely, and that's why you don't see me doing a playthrough of it,
right?
Because it's not very soloable. But
and that's what put me off it because of that. But once things get going, and if I do more live streams, who knows?
Yeah, Red Storm actually has some solo scenarios.
Yes, it does.
And even on Elusive Victory, some of them are so one-sided that you might as well. You've got Israeli jets versus Egyptian SAMs, and there are hidden SAMs and stuff. Just take that stuff away. I think it's a decent game, but as a game, I like that series as well.
Right.
What time was that on Tuesday night?
That would be I haven't announced it yet, but it would be 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT, my usual time, my usual witching hour.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Yeah, it tends to be a good time for us lot over here. That lot over there tend to be still coming home from work. So
I'm home for half an hour by that point.
Ah, okay, excellent.
I'm a teacher, so I'm done at 2:15.
So at 9 o'clock.
So announcements. So we got Blue Tweezers Tuesday, his live stream at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We have our Saturday. What are we going to call it? The Russian blowed up, where we just blow up all the Russian tanks. What do we want to call it?
All right.
Bonfire of the T-34s.
Yeah, T-34s.
Don't forget, Jester. We still have Mike's still on Ruff's team. So
yeah. Who's worried about Mike?
I had the design
Who
on my
cares?
team. I had the design on my team
tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then of course, don't forget if you're around Saturday, right? Wednesday. Come learn and play with designer Mike Denson. The last 100 yards. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be Wednesday. We don't want to interrupt Blue Tweezers and his important live stream, so we're going to do a Wednesday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good.
I'll probably be in bed by then, I'm afraid, but I will watch the. I'll watch the recording.
It depends. It depends on a Wednesday. So yes, Mike. Give me some terrain cards, for goodness sake. Can you sort of fiddle it a little bit?
Hey, wait a minute. You're the one that draws them. Ralph, you're the one that draws them.
No, he can say, I'm going to slip that one. I'm going to slip that one.
I don't know who this justice person is. Have you ever heard of this justice person? Maybe David Justice? I don't know.
That's who I was thinking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But the thing I like,
there's a new special rule in the game, right? Oh. That my tank commander has gotten enough experience now that he blew up Ruff's tank that I've earned a promotion. So there are now promotions in the game. So you guys didn't know that, but
I'll tell you what, joking apart, mainly playing solitaire, especially during these troubled times, actually playing live with you guys and Mike was some of the best fun I've had. You know, I know it's normally directed at me, but and I got blown up. But great fun. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward, if Mike's still up for it, to have a go through the old his new game Wolfpack before it's released.
Yeah.
Good.
He's supposed to give us a special pre-brief preview. And get us to come in and play that with him as well. That was kind of the deal. He signed his contract. He can't back out on it now. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Tuesday at Blue Tweezers at 3 o'clock, and then Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So lots going on this week. Whoa, Nene.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we should be live on Thursday as well with Pat Mullen with his Hot Dry Season as well.
What
8
time?
PM as well.
No, that's what I'm on. No.
I got there first.
We'll fight for them.
I got here first. Too bad.
We'll fight for them.
Too bad for you, right?
I just wanted to point out, now you're going to do Tank Duel. It's one thing I do like about tactical games, particularly with vehicles, is you get to do a bog roll, which I think is I can't keep a straight face when somebody has to do a bog roll.
It means
the Americans may not understand that, but
we know what a bog roll is. So
yes.
Chris knows what a bog roll is.
Yeah, it's a toilet roll.
Jezza knows what a bog roll is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
Yeah.
Go bog off.
I need to do a bog roll.
You guys got to bog off and talk normal. Jeez Louise.
Bog roll, gentlemen. A bog roll.
Like I said on my live stream this morning, I'm trying to learn British.
Bog roll.
Why would you succumb to a substandard language like that, Tony?
Because I want to talk to them and make you just go.
Last month I was at the Armchair Dragoons digital convention, and I was doing a playthrough of Hot Dry Season for Pat. With a guy from Catalonia, and we were talking and playing it, and then so he came. My opponent then said to me, "Where are you from? Because the way you speak English is really strange." So I then had to sort of draw breath and go, "England."
Yeah. There are accents, and it's a good job me and Alan haven't got an accent, really. We don't think we have, but if you move up and down, I don't know whereabouts you are.
Hampshire.
So you're sort of coming down a bit, but yeah, there's a ton of accents in England. You would be, or in Britain even. There are tens of different accents.
Well, you've got a bit of London there. You got a little bit of London there, haven't you?
I'm South London. See,
South London. Yeah. Don't go south of the river this time of night. Yeah.
The old YouTubes, but I have a couple of glasses of wine on a Saturday night, and it all comes back.
I've got a beer here. I didn't actually.
Right.
It's like it's 10 o'clock here.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, South London.
Yes.
Vauxhall.
Yeah, no, I have a problem. I lived for 3 years in Australia, so every time I meet either an Australian or a New Zealander, they think I'm taking a piss because I start, my accent comes back. And they're like, what are you doing? You know, I'm like, I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Yeah, the Yorkshire accent's a great accent. You two wouldn't have a chance with it. We would be able to understand it if they didn't speak too fast, but you guys wouldn't have a chance.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll break into Geordie and you'll go into Glaswegian, and then
Geordie, yeah.
Look at the man is here.
Man, Dan,
I think he's. I don't know if he's gotten over as being grumpy with, mad at me or Tony or Ruff or whoever it was. Probably me, but I don't know.
Everybody's favorite Italian Canadian.
Yeah, exactly. And he stopped putting our shows on for a little while. He missed Tony 1 week. He missed Ruff 1 week. Tony did like 5 videos that week too.
Don't leave him
And
alone.
he missed him. I think it's because he's trying to get back on the show. He's trying to get back on the show, so he's going to start putting our stuff back out there. I'm pretty sure is what's going on.
Should I fear assassination at this point?
No.
Okay.
No, it's all in the best of fun. So as this war room is, it's all very light-hearted. You didn't do anything.
It was Mr. Innocent. What did I do? There's 3 things you got to do before you push send on that video. You got to check to make sure Tony, Ruff, and me are all on there. 1, 2, 3.
I'm grateful that Dan actually puts up what I do on his channel. I really am. I'm amazed at the amount of subscribers and you know, Tweezer's doing good, Tony's doing good, you're doing good. I'm amazed at the amount of subscribers. I think you started just before me, Alan. So yeah,
okay.
I'm amazed that people want to
from my point of view, for something that I started doing when I was 9 and 10 years old, the fact that the industry is in such rude health now is absolutely astounding. I thought it died in the 90s. I thought it died on its. I thought it was on its knees on the 90s. But it's flourished, and I'm staggered, absolutely staggered. And kudos to all the people who are making these great games, because gosh, you know, wow, I just unexpected. Yeah, it just kept going.
How many games, new games on average, do you think you get a year?
Is the wife?
This doubles up as an office. So she sits in front of them all today. So there's and I have no storage unit either. So I nothing is hidden, I'm afraid. I don't know, 15.
15? And I'll lose 15.
No, 15.
15, right. Okay.
15,
so
yeah. I'm not made of money.
Do you get all 15 on the table in a year?
Oh, God, no.
No.
No. One I'm absolutely embarrassed about is Navajo Wars. So Comancheria, I think it's a great game. Got Navajo Wars, still in its bloody shrink wrap. And I'm going, please, can I get to that game? At some time, get to that game. It just doesn't happen.
I'm the other way around. I've played Navajo Wars, but I haven't played Comancheria yet.
Yeah.
But I have both.
Games like Navajo Wars and Comanchero for a non-American. You played them. As a non-American, what's your take on them? Because they are more geared to guys over that side of the pond.
Yeah, I'd say Navajo Wars, I haven't played it, still in shrink wrap, but Comancheria, it's a great solo game, actually. It's good. It's bloody tough. I mean, wow. You know, maybe you won't lose in the first period, but you know, and you're thinking, wow, that's tough. And then you get into the other periods and you know, my God, how do I survive this completely? It really is very, very tough. But you get some. Once you've got the system in your head, it's got a slightly out of cart before horse kind of system where you do the sort of the combat and then you do the movement kind of thing. It's sort of unconventional in that way. But once you've got that in your head, you can rattle it off quite well, and it's just really tough to play. It's
the topic, you know, would that?
Oh, so the top. I'll say that I wasn't interested in that topic before I got Comancheria. So there was a bird game. I can't remember what it was before, that was on the sort of Indian wars and the takeover and stuff. I can't remember what it was called. I did have that, but I didn't like it, and that was the only one I kind of knew. But this, it's great, and I think it's full of, Native American flavor.
Right,
absolutely.
Well, Joel Toppin, the guy who designed the game, actually lives on Native American. He's a pastor for a Native American church.
He's name dropping again.
Montana or Montana. So he lives on the reservation. So he's surrounded by that. And I think he's actually designing a kind of either an expansion for Navajo Wars right now. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes, what he's doing with that one. But honestly, it's one of those things that I don't think it's like me being interested in like India and things like that, or, other topics, it's one of those things that when you get a topic that you don't know about, and it sounds like Tweezers is kind of the way I am. I find a game and I'm like, I don't know about the topic. And then all of a sudden now I'm really interested in the topic.
Yeah. No, it's just interesting to me to see a sort of British take on a very sort of American topic. But
Mike, stop name dropping.
God, he's got to be part of everything, doesn't he?
That's Mike.
Oh my God!
Chris,
well done for those games. Excellent.
Chris, be quiet.
Oh my gosh! So yeah.
So you've done a playthrough for Comancheria, have you?
I haven't. And again, that's
look at it.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
Right.
What are you waiting for?
Give me a minute.
Get it out now. Let's play.
Let's just start playing right across the table right now.
Yeah.
So because I'm thinking, I don't think that's going to rock my boat, but watching it, I might go.
Well, at the time I thought, no, I won't do that because it's a solo game, and I'm trying to do 2-player games solo to see how good they are. Now I've done the mission, I've kind of broken that taboo. So yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't I do it? So yeah, I probably will.
What do you think of the mission?
Okay, so it's my first of those States of Siege games.
Right.
So, and when I looked at those, there was the American Revolution one and the Russian Civil War one. And I looked at those and they turn a card, things that come at you and stuff. I thought, that's just there. But this one, but this one was like, okay, it twists you all ends up. So you expand, then they come at you, then they come from within and come at you, and then they come from it, all that kind of stuff. Oh, actually, that's interesting. So it's a little knockabout. It's a bit. It's the fun, etc. And as I said, I can't keep the Monty Python out of it because there's Romans, there's Jews, there's Christianity. The only other Christianic game I played was a card game called Credo, which was invented by somebody I knew actually up in Oxford. It's a card game, and it had and it really was very light-hearted, quite good. Fairly not rude, but raw. About sort of Christian style. They had I think it was there was an event card that said was the Archbishop, the Patriarch of Alexandria, dies after excreting its own entrails on the toilet or something like that, because that's apparently happened. So you had to get rid of that card. It's that kind of game. So that was lighthearted. I quite like this. I think there's a bit of levity there. I'm not sure if it's intended, but I feel there's a bit of levity there. There's a rule where a bishop goes into a new space, and you pull a new what's called a field tile. What's actually there that could turn Christian? We were a bunch of people who could turn Christian, and one of the options is women. And it's when you push when you pull a women counter out, put it down, the bishop runs away. Oh, it's hysterical. Again, it's probably historical that sort of women, Christianity. No, I'm a bishop kind of thing. But I just think that's brilliant. So you imagine the guy, cassock up, head back to Constantinople or whatever previous space he was from. I think there's quite a lot of levity to it. I'm not sure I'd take it completely seriously.
But I think State of Siege games are like that. They're more fun. They're not historical, heavy simulations. They are.
Sure.
No, they're not simulations, but they are very historical. And the fact that when you read the cards, there's no way they can be a simulation.
The way the mechanics work, it's more
abstract.
Yeah. The other thing I like about it is it's just one of the very few games that actually has Armenians in it. And I'm actually half Armenian. I'm only half English. So I mean, it's, as far as forgotten people in wargaming, they're the couple of light cavalry units on the edge of somebody's great battles of history. Order of battle kind of thing, and that's about it. So this is actually, Armenia is actually quite an important area in this game. So well done for that. I never thought anybody would come up with that, but it's kind of there. So
but you are enjoying it.
Yes, indeed, yes.
That's the main thing. That's the main
thing. No, absolutely, yeah.
So how many different games do you think you complete each year?
Oh, complete.
Where you start playing and complete.
Yeah. I don't know, probably 4 or 5, I think. I mean, I'm acutely aware that quite a lot of what I do can be incredibly boring because it's, you got like an hour's episode, which is one turn in the game. And hey, there's another 8 or 10 to go. Have fun, watching through this marathon. So, so they tend to take a while, and it's not like I'm sitting down every day and going, right, record a turn in the evening, edit it, bash it out. There's lots of gaps and stuff, so it takes a long while. 4 or 5 tops, I would have said.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been higher, but
I'm that seems right to me. I could be wrong, but maybe more, maybe 7 or 8. I'm not sure. As a put me on the spot, I would have said 4 to 5, but
okay,
maybe.
All right.
I think I've done about sort of 15, something like that so far. I think. I don't know. I terrible. I'm completely genned up on my own channel. It's unforgivable. I don't know what the hell I do.
Got to answer the question from Chris. Do I want spam? I kind of have a fun story about the spam because
bringing in these Monty Python things.
Yeah, well, if you go over to here's a real story about spam, and it's hilarious. So me and my wife, after we got married, we went to honeymoon. We went out to Hawaii. We were going through a McDonald's, picking up some breakfast because we're on our way to the airport. We're leaving. Guess what was on the menu? Spam and eggs was literally on the menu at McDonald's. It's
McDonald's.
Yeah, at McDonald's. Yeah. So
do you know? Do you know what spam? Do you know what spam stands for?
No, I don't. Something about meat at the end, but I don't know.
Spiced pork and ham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's revolting.
So I'm just saying, if you get spam and eggs at McDonald's in Hawaii, what do you get for dessert instead of the apple pie? Do you get like Tunnock's tea cakes or something like that?
Well, here's
bread and butter pudding or something.
With the spam and eggs, you got to remember that a lot of Hawaii, World War II, a lot of that, the spam stayed over because people ate it because that's what they were able to keep for long periods of time. So that's part of it. But yeah, it's a general, they cook it all the time. And you can actually buy gourmet handbooks, gourmet cookbooks for spam. But yeah, let's move to the side off the spam. We're not a cooking show by any means. But yes, there are gourmet cookbooks for spam.
You can have it battered as well.
Fry it.
Speaking of food, what's your favorite meal, Blue Tweezers?
My favorite meal is curry and rice. My mother partially grew up in India, So she used to make that. Normally in England, the Sunday lunch is like roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, potatoes, all that, roast potatoes, veg, that normal thing. Ours was kufta curry and rice, which is meatball curry and rice that she made, dal, papadums, all the Indian stuff. So, and chocolate rice pudding afterwards was my so I grew up with that. So yeah, it's still got to be the best, even though she's no longer with us. Bless her, but I know how to do it myself. I learned how to make it, so I do it occasionally.
Funnily enough, we're having a ruby tomorrow for Sunday.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
excellent. Well, there you go. Excellent.
Love it.
Glad my mum started a trend.
She has.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sounds good. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
Oh, okay. Yes. Meatballs with Indian spices, really. Onion, ginger,
that's what I kind of
cumin, coriander, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big curry. Spam curry. There we go, Jez. That's a good idea. Let's do some spam curry.
That's an insult to the exquisite cuisine of the.
So somebody had to lower the tone of the conversation, didn't they? Yeah, spam curry.
Somebody's got to bring it down.
Philistine.
So what do you think your next, when you finish up with your current project, what's going to be your next project? What are you working on, or what is coming on next on your table?
He's struggling to bring it back on point, isn't he? Go on.
Yeah, yes. I'm never going to be invited again, am I? That's it. So we got the elusive victory happening. We've got the hot dry season currently running, however long that lasts before my head explodes and the brains dribble out my ears. And as I say, we've got to finish off the mission. What's next after that? Well, maybe it's Commentaria. Seeing as somebody's requested it. Nobody requests anything from me. I didn't get requests. Send me requests. Yeah, okay.
Requests? What? Why don't you
send me a request and I do it? You can get one of these. Remember, exclusive.
I get requests all the time, but a guitar is a rather large instrument. So
okay, yes. Yeah. Well, I don't bend over for anybody.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Roof, you should do a Warfighter live stream using one of the expansion packs that you got.
For me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, well, that's one of the requests I've got, because I put it out on the last live stream. I said, look, when this finishes, I'd love to keep doing it. It's fun, and I've got the setup now, and hopefully it looks okay. I'm not sure what it looks like.
It looked good.
But then people are saying, I said, let's do stuff, and I've had requests for leader games, for Warfighter, for Men of Iron, Castle Litter, one of those sort of things that might be good to do live. So yeah, got lots of options.
Do you do if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, Blue Tweezers, do you do social media? Do you have a
I was on Twitter account. Twitter account, yeah. One enterprising soul left a message saying, "Why don't you join Twitter?" And I thought, well, all right then. So I did, and then thankfully the guys at Players Aid, I'm not sure which one of them, maybe both, went, "Oh look at this guy," and they went, "Woo!" And followers. What the hell? Where do they come from?
That's all it takes.
Yeah,
I've got yes. He did a lot for me. I was nobody.
Yes.
And he got me on the show, and that was it then.
Hey, there's the request for Ruff right there. Do a Patton's
Best. Patton's Best. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I bet Ruff will be number one on the video if he does Patton's Best, since Dan requested it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, since Dan requested it, you could be number one on the show.
Blimey. Have you joined?
I once tried to do a multiplayer one of Patton's Best, would you believe?
You did what?
Yeah, it's back in university when I had a copy early on. Yeah. We tried to like a sort of co-op kind of Patton's Best kind of thing. We stuck another tank alongside. You got the big sort of target thing. We stuck another tank next to it, and we kind of cooperated kind of thing. I can't remember how bad it really was, but yeah, it just springs to when somebody says pattern best. All I remember is the little tank on the we stuck on one side and gone, okay, we'll have a second tank. Presumably, the tank duel is the evolution from that point on. Maybe.
Have you joined Consim World yet? The new Wargaming Dewberry. We're all on it.
So so I've been on the old Consim World for a long time. The brand new one, no, I haven't. Is this? Oh, okay. That's not Facebook, is it?
Facebook.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not a Facebooker.
But it's not Facebook. It's just Wargamers.
Yeah, no, it's good. Okay. No, I haven't. Sorry. Yeah, I did. I think the last couple of days somebody mentioned it, and I thought, I must have a look at that, but I haven't got around to it yet. But yeah, okay. All right. I'll have to be on there then.
Yeah, we got a Facebook group. We got a Consim World group as well. So yeah, you guys are not
the 35 members right now. So
yeah. We just started last week, right, Tony?
Look, why have I turned into the Cookie Monster? Oh, there he is, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's gone again.
I'm now a box.
Right,
I'm joking.
It's still there. You're still a box. Oh.
I know he's leaving one there for longer than he needed to.
Yes. Well done.
I'm used to all this, Alan. Used to all this, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes. What were we talking about? Consim. Yeah, I'll join. I'll have a look at that. Certainly.
I joined Twitter as well, and I can't get my head around it. I don't. God, somebody said do Instagram, and I think I haven't got time for that. I'm on Twitter, whatever it's called. So, but
that'll do for me.
The new Consim World isn't baffling. It's like Facebook. Just go on it. Maybe Tony will leave you a link, and you can have your own page.
Jester's already has it in.
Jester's done it. Yeah. Okay. Great. You can have your own page on there, and it's just Wargamers. It's not like Facebook, where you have Wargame groups and everybody else. This is just Wargamers.
No, sure. Yeah. Well, okay. I'll check it out.
John Krantz runs it, so it's good to go on that one. So he does a great job with it.
Yeah, and everybody else listening, absolutely get on there.
Yep.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it sounds great. So
it sounds good.
Yeah. Just join up when you get a chance. We just people just keep joining up. So we're just got the Consim World up like last week or so. So it's still in the progress. Yeah. So what else is going on? What's your newest game? What's the newest game you got?
The newest thing that arrived was the C3I, the Kursk. I actually had a go at that Firebase Vietnam. Bloody hell, that's difficult.
Everybody's going on about it. Yeah,
it's a curious little thing. Yes, I mean, it's not something to hold the attention for very long, but you just curse when you roll ones and twos, and suddenly your camp gets overrun, and you were about to win the game. Yes. So, but that's the latest thing that arrived. Certainly, yes.
I'm missing a counter from the new War Diaries game. Yeah, Balkanville. I think I mentioned that earlier, didn't I? Yeah, floorboards up. Everything. Yeah, I'll be on. I'll go cap in hand to Devin tomorrow and see if we can do anything.
Sure.
I think it's there somewhere. Because I had the same situation happen. You're talking about this one, right?
Yeah, they just fall out.
So when I pulled it out, there was a missing counter, but I found it. Two of the counters were stuck together somehow. So when you were punching them out, I think
I haven't find out yet. No, I got the sheet out, and there was one missing, and I looked in the bag, and that's when the panic set in, and I moved all the furniture down one end of the room, put the torch underneath the shelving, and moved stuff, took the floorboards up, checked the dog. It just, it's, I don't know what's happened to it. Mo's here.
Mo, hey Mo, how you doing? We had him on a couple weeks ago. Great time.
He hasn't got over it yet. He's told me he hasn't got over it yet. He's still taking
David here as well. Hey David, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Have you played any of the OCS series?
A long time ago. I'm sounding like a broken record here, but kind of going off game systems. But OCS I kind of grew out of. Not because it's bad, just because I went, okay, enough. I used to do quite a few goes at Enemy at the Gates, sort of co-op, teams kind of thing. That was great. And I think my last OCS I got was probably Tunisia, not Tunisia 2, Tunisia. So it was quite a while ago. I kind of had enough of it and haven't really bothered to go back. When I said I kind of moved on from it, I experimented things like CSS and GTS instead to have a look. It's kind of it's not quite the same thing, but so and BCS. So I like the gamers stuff. I like the stuff that gamers do. ACS is just kind of history for me, really. I'm not. It's again. I see the system and go right. Okay, it seems a bit samey to me, and so it just doesn't rock my boat.
Right. So a couple of questions then for you, Tweezers. Not OCS now, but the Barbarossa series that GMT are bringing out, which is supposed to be like an OCS-y thing, but more crunchy. Played any of that?
So I got Crimea, and that was
thinking of doing it.
Okay. So I got Crimea because I missed out. I missed it the first time through. Okay, everything is sold out, and then they brought out Crimea, and I thought, well, it's quite a cheap game, entry level game for that system. Let's have a look. So I got it. One map, absolutely, yeah. So it's okay. I don't know.
I haven't clicked on it yet. I'm looking at north, south, and all that sort of thing. They're bringing out.
I have a particular. I quite like people's war game stuff, Jack Rady stuff, which is kind of very pro-Soviet on the Eastern Front side. I'm kind of a little bit. I kind of find myself disappointed when there's hordes of Russian units which are all one factor or two factors,
right.
And it's probably accurate, but it just. I kind of might. I get a kind of slight heart sink. Where I go, okay, this lot are just going to take a beating because the number disparity in the numbers is huge. And I'm thinking, well, is there a better way? So, for example, I did a playthrough of Last Stand, Moscow 1940, 41-42, which have hidden Russian units and stuff, but that had a lot more to the Russians than your kind of Barbarossas. I must admit, not being a big Barbarossa person, as a genre, not Barbarossa Army Group X kind of thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I say, it was okay. I must admit, I sold it.
Okay, I'm still. I might go for it.
Yeah. Army Group. It didn't light any fires, but it's not that it was bad. It wasn't. It was broken. It seemed to work and everything. It was just wasn't. It was. It just didn't go for me.
Okay.
Blue. we have a cow in the audience. We have.
You get them all in now. The other thing I was going to ask you was the.
Hold your question. Since we have a whole bunch of people that's joining us.
Right. Yeah.
Let's go through just our intros again about upcoming events. So, Blue Tweezers, why don't you talk about your upcoming events? Sure. And then we'll talk about the upcoming events we got coming up.
Right. So, continuing my recorded playthrough of The Mission from White Dog Games. On Tuesday, we've got a brand new live stream with Jordan McMullen, my opponent for a couple of other previous games, on Elusive Victory, which is Arab-Israeli Wars downtown air system. We'll be starting on a scenario for that on Tuesday, hopefully. We should be ready for it. And then on Thursday, continuing my live streams with Pat Mullen on his game of Hot Dry Season by Legion Wargames pre-order. Please pre-order it, because
There you go.
he keeps bugging me about it. No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. But everybody, buy that game. Buy that game.
3, right? Tuesday at 3 Eastern.
Tuesday at 3 Eastern for Elusive Victory, and it's Thursday at 3 and Saturday at 3 for Hot Dry Season. And the recordings, whenever I can get them out and I can be asked. There's a fair wind. Those may be re-insulated. And
then, Ruff, don't you have something going on tomorrow?
Yeah, I do. I just want to know, though, how come Waldy Robe is here and he's also doing a live stream with Kev? How's that work? How's he working that out? He's on a live stream with our Kev, and he's commenting in here. But
he's multitasking. Is he a woman?
I know he does it. I couldn't do it. But what am I going? Yes, what am I doing? I'm going to be live streaming Thursday again with the Hunters. See how we get on with that. I'm also going to be videoing. I want to get this because Kevin Bertram was kind enough to send me a copy of Shores of Tripoli. I want to get that playthrough done this week. And I know it's a light game and it's got bits of wood and it's great fun. It's actually great fun. So I want to get that out of the way. And then I've got to move the Hunters off because I'm going to go for a bit of lock and load love. And I'm not sure what it is yet. It's either going to be Nations at War or it's going to be the Space Infantry Federation, the solitaire game, because they were kind enough to send that to me. So that's what I've got in the pipeline. But, things change, don't they?
Okay. Tony, why don't you, since that went right over Ruff's head, why don't you explain to him what I was talking about?
What went over Ruff's head? Everything goes over my head. It's full.
We have a live stream.
Announcements.
I certainly do on this
stream. That's what this segment was. Announcements of upcoming live streams.
Oh, well, I told you my live stream. Oh, you mean the Sunday one? I thought you mentioned that already.
Tony, go ahead.
We
it's all
have
falling apart.
We have a live stream. We will continue our play with the designer Mike for our tank duel. We'll continue our games. Ruff has reloaded. He got a new tank. He said he put a couple, bright yellow, so we get a +10 on all our card draws for hitting. And he's asked. I don't know why he asked Mike for some, cover cards. When he draws them, I mean, Mike has no way of doing that. So
don't give me that. He's the vassal man on that. He's going to give you some nice cards.
I already know what's going on. We know Mike has already loaded up the save, and he's figured out who's going to be drawing cards, and he's got it all programmed so that when it's Ruff's turn to draw cards, it's going to be all good cards. I know it. And then he's going to save it again, and we're not going to know. I just know it's coming. And then we have an announcement for another live stream here. This is going to be Wednesday, February 24th, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with designer Mike Denson. Come learn and play the last 100 yards. That's it. Come and be there. If you want to talk to the designer, you want to ask him questions, you want to find out how to play the game, 8:00. Be there. That's it. And then tomorrow, 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can see Ruff get his revenge, probably against me, because he's going to line me up.
Can I just say, I forgot to say, we're actually doing a live stream on Sunday for Tank Duel with the designer, Mike. And hopefully he's going to sort out all the sort of foibles that happened last time. You know what I mean, Mike? Yeah, you're going to give me some decent cards this time. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
I just like to put in a bit of a complaint here. So in the chat, we've got Dan from No Enemies here saying, "Men, what would you pay for Banzai and upfront expansion?" I'd just like to point out this is meant to be a family show. I don't want any blue flashing lights coming out. Yeah, that just doesn't sound normal to me.
No.
Yeah, maybe something you get in London, South London, but not around here.
South, no.
I'm a bit confused about the last 100 yards airborne. Is it available? Yes, it's available.
Well, they have the map issue. Have they fixed that?
I think so.
If you P500 it, you got it, just like I did. If you were on the, yeah. Now the problem was, for you guys that don't know, right? They printed the maps in on paper when they were supposed to put them on the cardstock, and they didn't. They put them in paper, so they stopped selling it, and because they wanted to stop making mistakes, and they wanted to, not sell it anymore until they can get that fixed up. But yeah, if you pre-ordered it, the P500s, and you were one of the first groups, you got it sent and you have it, like me. If not, then you have to wait until they get the right map. So good on GMT for stepping up to the plate and saying, "Oh, wait a minute, we messed up."
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Careful. Yep, careful. Deep breaths. Have a glass of water. And stop now. Right.
All right, we got about 5 more minutes. If anyone has any more questions for the Blue Tweezers.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
It goes quick.
Yeah, we've been going 1 hour and 41 minutes and 17 seconds. So, yeah, if anyone wants to come by tomorrow, 1 o'clock, they can watch our great live stream, Tank Duels, and should be a lot of fun with the designer, Mike Budicelli, over here. And yeah, we had a lot of fun last time. Learned the game, got some good practice in, and yeah. Have you played that one, Tank Duels?
Yeah, I had a game with a friend of mine actually. Yeah,
I can see it. I can see it. It's behind you. It's underneath Labyrinth. I think that's what that is.
Okay.
He's got so many games, he doesn't know what
Really?
he's got.
Are you sure? Yeah, no, I play it. Yeah, it's great. It's great fun. It's a great crack. Yeah, it was good fun. Unfortunately, the two of us were really cautious gamers, so we ended up sort of retreating back about 400 yards and just sitting there and taking pot shots at each other because we're just saddos. So we didn't quite get it. But and the idea that you lose a tank, just go and get another one. Oh, actually, do you? Oh, great. Okay, fine. Let's just go for it. So yeah, you have to be sort of super aggressive and tally ho about it, and we weren't. But that wasn't the game. That was us. But yeah, no, looks. Yeah, it looks really good. I just haven't been able to do it beyond that yet. I haven't been able to get it on the table. There is the solo bit to it. I haven't tried that solo bit.
But I think it's more fun with a group of people. Like I had tremendous fun, even though I got blown up to smithereens. So Mo, get a group.
Beer and pretzels with 88mm guns. Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's great fun. Fantastic.
Nothing wrong with that.
It helps people see the flow of the game, what they're supposed to do, just understand the concepts and everything. And yeah, I think it'll help a lot of people struggling with it. I mean, it's one of those games that it's not really super complex, but it just has some quirky things that you need to know how to do. So once you figure all these things out, because there's a lot of modifiers and things like that. So, and
it's great that Mike's there to put me right. And I'm meeting up with Mike an hour early so we can sort through the deck and get it how we want.
I'm sure.
And using a deck as randomizer, a bit like Fields of Fire does, that must take some serious design cojones really to be able to organize that, because dice in comparison, dice are bloody okay. What shape was it going to be? How, what's the distribution done? That bit's easy to design. Actually having a card randomizer must be a real really tricky thing to pull off.
Maths. No.
Counting.
Counting, yeah.
Yeah.
Counting is hard.
Yes.
If anybody has any last minute questions for the Blue Tweezers, we really appreciate him coming on, giving some insight and just talking about things and enjoying his company and just learning all kinds of stuff from him. And just, it's always good to see, get views from them people way over there across the pond and the way they do things and the way they talk about things. And sometimes we don't believe Ruff when he talks about things, so we have to get. Yeah. So literally, I sent the email, the second email, and like the Blue Tweezers shows up in like 30 seconds. And then Tony shows up and we're talking, and I'm like, well, Ruff, he usually takes like 10, 15 minutes for him to get the email. And the Blue Tweezers is like, I got it in like 30 seconds. What's his problem?
You didn't hear
He probably has to wait for make sure the flush went down.
He is nearer the coast than me.
Oh, he's nearer the coast than you.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And the fact I told you my computer went kaput just before we went on air, you have conveniently forgotten. But I think, yes, because he's nearer, Hampshire, lovely county, by the way. So,
yeah,
I'm
right in the thick of the country as well. So, in the town. So, yeah.
I think, Jay, nice why don't you go through your next plans and your next playthroughs one more time?
Sure, absolutely. So I haven't got a next recorded playthrough planned yet. So I'm doing the mission, which still has 782 turns to go, and no, actually, I think it's about 13. But anyway, it just seems like that. It does go on. But I've got a couple of live streams. So there's the current hot dry season, which is Thursdays and Saturdays, not this Thursday and Saturday. Sorry, I was just overburdened with work. And on Tuesday, we're getting a brand new live stream, me and Jordan McMullen, on Elusive Victory, the Arab-Israeli, Egypt-Israeli game from the Downtown series. So we've got a scenario where his Israelis are going to come and try and bomb something, and I'm going to try and stop him with some SAMs and some MiGs. That's starting on Tuesday, 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. GMT, because we're not all in the eastern United States. Something else to calculate from, some other time zone to calculate from. That's what we have at the moment. So.
All right. Jerry, what?
Come and share it. You're supposed to be doing that.
Sorry. Right. Yeah. You'll have to give me a nudge. Nudge me off my seat when I get to the end of the mission, and I'll switch to. Sure. Yeah. Well, it sounds as good as idea as any. It's not like I plan these things really, really intricately. I go, oh, that one will do. Yeah, let's try that. So.
Tony, what do you got going on this week since we're wrapping things up?
I'm going to continue to finish Charlemagne. I really got to get that going. I got a lot of good positive comments. They're interested in seeing that. That's the Hollandspiel game. Highly recommend it. This is the second time I'm playing it, and I'm already better. I see some things where I was wrong previously. But after that, I've got my list here, which is down to like 21 now because I added Men of Iron. But the top 10 are the ones we listed. So I finished one off. So I got Blitzkrieg taken off. And the next one on the list is Salerno, the VSC title, variable combat system. I will probably do the landing scenario. It's about 4 turns. I don't want to do the whole thing. That's just, it's a long game. But I'll do the landing scenario, the Salerno landing scenario. So far, I like what I see. The map is gorgeous, so we'll see how it goes.
Tony, that's far too organized. I now hate you.
Oh, crikey. Thank goodness he is.
You got to understand, Blue Tweezer. He wasn't like that before I came along.
He has a list?
Now that we have a competition, and we have a list, and we have a recorded video of him saying which games he was going to play this year, he's now going to damn well make sure he plays those games. Isn't that right, Tony? You know it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and you'll get a call on New Year's Eve going, "See, I did it."
Yeah, you know it.
And that'll
Ruff,
tell you. You'll
got
be
going
told.
man? What do you got going on, Ruff?
Well, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but tomorrow we've got a live playthrough of Taintrail with the designer, and I'm hoping not to get blown up. But seriously, what am I doing? Looking forward to that. At the moment, as I said earlier, I'm hoping to video. Video Shores of Tripoli, pirates and the US, and then I may well do some lock and load stuff. I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But I do want to have a go at the solitaire game, Space Infantry's Federation. So that may well jump ahead. And I hope I have enough time in the year to do all these games I said I'd do. But that's it, apart from Thursday at 8 p.m. GMT, another playthrough, hopefully live playthrough of The Hunters.
Excellent. Busy week for everyone. So yeah, you guys out there, there's going to be lots of live streams besides just us four. So I'm sure it's going to be a busy week for everyone out there. Last thing for me, just as a refresh everyone's memory, Wednesday, come learn how to play with designer Mike Denson. Last 100 yards, airborne over Europe. If you have any questions, thoughts about the game, you think you're not doing it right, he's going to teach us how to play the game step by step. So it should be a good time. Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we're wrapping things up, guys. We do appreciate everyone coming out again. Wonderful turnout, wonderful crowd as usual. So we do appreciate that. We want a big thank you to the Blue Tweezers for coming out, spending some time with us. I tell all our guests this, and I'm serious. You can ask Ruff and Tony. We would love to have everyone come back and join us again sometime, but it usually takes about 6 months because we literally have a lineup that's like this long of people that want to come on the show. So,
but being a usual YouTube wargamer, I'm thinking of I might be like a real plagiarist. As most of us are, nick other people's stuff. I might see if I can do something on my channel for some talk show stuff as well. Now I've got the bug, and maybe I can pull some of your audience across. And great. You never know.
That'd be great. I'd really love to hear from you.
Wasn't Mo supposed to give us an invite in the near future?
Who, me? Was he?
Yeah, he talked about having us on his show, but I
think he's looked at us and gone, no, cool, no, step away, nothing to see here.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen now, is it? I've ruined it. I've ruined it for you guys. Sorry.
It's like meeting your in-laws. It's always like, oh yeah, you can come over anytime. Yeah, sure. And then you never call them.
The person you met on holiday in Cyprus or something like that. Yeah. Oh, we must meet when we get back to the UK. We must meet up and then
we must meet. Yeah. I think
that's going to be it. So yeah, we love having you on. Love talking with you.
Wonderful. Thanks for the opportunity.
I just happened to have a free week this week, so I was got with you and was glad you could join us. So
yeah, and people come along and subscribe to my channel. And be bored to tears, and be glad of it if you want to. It's nice for the opportunity to talk to much wider audience. Thanks, Jester, and Ruff and Tony. One thing, Ruff.
Yes.
I just wanted to check it out. Is there actually a smooth swordsman wargamer?
That's my alter ego.
That sounds like an adult film star name.
There's a story. There's a story behind the name, and it's a bit naff, but there is a story behind the name, and it means.
You tell me over a beer, some other time. Yep.
Yeah. No. It's just the name. Why people? You're called the Blue. I'll explain it one day.
Leave them wanting more, Ruff. All right, guys. Thanks
Okay.
everyone for coming out.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Anyway, thank you.
Bye.
Everyone have a good evening and have a
Bye.
good rest of the week.